Okay, welcome to my computer. We are chatting today about data sources for if you're interested in buying a home or if you're just a researcher and you're looking into property. This is going to be a great video for you. So I'm going to go through a couple of the resources that I and my clients use all the time. Again, I'm not going to be able to share the ones that are private for realtors, but let's check it out. So the first one that I use all the time, like if you had nothing else and you only had this, you'd be perfectly fine, is the Clark County Geographical Information Services. This is our county website, and honestly, this is one of the best I've seen in terms of put togetherness, ease of usage, and how much information is on here. A lot of times I look at county websites for, counties outside of my area, which I just serve Clark County, just to help someone out or try and find a piece of information, and their county websites are terrible, but ours is great. So you're gonna go down here, you're gonna want to mostly be using Property Information Center, though there's other things here as well, which I will look at, but Property Information Center, let's check out Property Information Center. Okay, this is a property we looked at the other day. So I am going to type it in here, but you just need to type in the address. As long as it's a Clark County address, it should come up. And you're gonna have all this information at your fingertips. So, you're gonna have the tax ID, what kind of property it is, the address that it goes by, the legal description of the property, the neighborhood that it's located in. You're gonna have the current owner's names there. You're gonna have what kind of zoning it's in, what kind of school district, fire district, water district, all of those things. Utilities are gonna be right there. And you are gonna have information about the land parcel, how big it is, the subdivision name, which you can click on this. Anything blue is a link, so let's click on this. States at the Archery. It's gonna open the subdivisions page that it has. Okay, it's not loading, sorry about that. We can look at it later though. And it's gonna tell you the last time that the land or the home sold. This is new construction going up for resale, so we can't see what the first owners bought it for because they bought it directly from the builder. But if you go and you're looking to buy a home that's 40 or 50 years old or even more, you're probably gonna see a lot of owners in here. And you'll be able to see if someone owned the home for 1 year or 10 years or 30 years, whatever the case is. And you can also see quitclaim deeds for refinances. We have assessment data over here, which also has its own tab, should have its own tab. Taxes, that's an important one that people like to use. So if you wanna find out what the property taxes are, or you need to pay your property taxes, and this is you can come on here and check it out. They say that the taxable value of this home is $1.315 million. And the property taxes for the year are about 12 grand. In this area, we did do a video all about property taxes, by the way, or not just property taxes, all the taxes, so watch that. In this area, we get billed property taxes in October and April, and you pay them twice a year. And by the way, the way your valuation works for your property is the county is not going to say that your home is worth what it last sold for this year or last year. That's not how it works. We are a reporting state, so it's public record what your property sold for, but you're not going to be taxed based off of the value of what you sold your home for. Appraised values always lag by pretty much 10 to 20% of the actual value of your home, so just know that. You can also see property tax history here. You can see back in 2018 when this was just land, obviously the property tax was way cheaper because there was not a big fancy house on it. What else can we look at on here? Miscellaneous documents. This is a good one to look at if you're on acreage. Maybe the property has a septic or a well. There's going to be some septic documents in here. There should be at least. Permits is going to be if you've done any changes after the home was built and you needed to permit them, so those would be here. Sales search, I do not use often. Environmental, you can see some environmental facts here. The other tab I like to use often is Maps Online. Maps Online is absolutely awesome. I love Maps Online. Maps Online is a gift to us all. It is crazy that we have access to something so wonderful, and they've aggregated all this data for us. It's absolutely amazing. So you can come on here and you can see the parcel there. I could just say, okay, maybe I don't want to look at that home, I want to look at the one next door. Boom, there's the owners for next door. I can see what it's worth, what it's sold for. Boom, I can look at the people next door. They have pictures here because the county appraisers will come around every so many years and take new pictures of the homes so that they can value them. But Maps Online has so many different layers that you can use. But you can see grading on the land, topography. That's very useful if you are going out to acreage and you want to know if the property is flat or if it's hilly or which way the hill goes. You can see how many trees there are on the property. All of these things in here, click, click, click. You can come in and check that out. The other resource I wanted to show you was the county development code for zoning. So I get this question a lot for people that are looking at acreage properties and they want to build ADUs or they want to do something crazy. So you're going to need to look at zoning to find out if you can do that or not. So you're going to come to this page here, clark.wa.gov, Community Development, Unified Development Code. You could also just Google Clark County, Washington, because there's a lot of Clark counties, zoning code, and this will come up. If you're talking about single family homes, residential homes, you're going to want to click on this one, okay? And then it's going to come to this page, and you're going to be like, what the heck, where is it? You need to just click Compile Chapter, and then boom, here we go. We've got the zoning code. Fun reading for sure, puts you right to sleep. Very technical, of course. And you know, this is something you need to know about if you're going to purchase a odd piece of land. If you're purchasing land, you need to dig into this and read up. Another great resource that I share with people all the time is the City of Vancouver crime map. As a realtor, I'm not supposed to be saying things about crime and if an area is safe or not. So I always appreciate people asking that. Just know when I say I can't tell you, it's because I'm not allowed to, not because I don't want to tell you. So I point them towards this resource, the LexisNexis map, which opens up into this page. And you're looking at it thinking, oh my gosh, there's crime everywhere. It's a city of 180,000. There is going to be crime, unfortunately. All of these little dots represent different types of crimes. So you can come and click on them and you can see what they are. This was arson on the playground. That's really sad. A couple weeks ago. So it's mostly Vancouver. Like I think City of Vancouver pays for it and they report to them. For some reason, there are also a couple dots out here. Pretty sure it's mostly Vancouver because it's not reporting. Oh, maybe it is outside of Vancouver. But it's on the City of Vancouver's website, so that's what makes me think it's really pulling their data. So yeah, check this out if you have concerns on safety and dig into that. I also wanted to share with you the boundary maps for school districts. Another question I get a lot is, how do I know what school district my kids should be going to? If you go back to Property Information Search on the GIS, you can also see school districts here. I wanted to come back to this really quick because sometimes people will tell me, I looked on Redfin and it said this in that school. A lot of times Redfin can be wrong or other sites can be wrong with the school that they are saying it goes to. So you're always going to want to double check on the GIS because this is going to be the most accurate source. This is the boundary map for all the school districts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 school districts, 11, Mount Pleasant. 11 school districts in Clark County, okay? So you can see the general areas of who goes where. This is important because if you're on a line of a city, you might not go to the city's school district. So like there are certain areas in Camas up here. If you live in Camas, that's Camas. You go to Evergreen School District, okay? So that is important to know. Evergreen School District is East Vancouver. Vancouver School District is the west part. Ridgefield has their own. Battleground has their own. The center, Woodland. Green Mountain is way up there, rural. Hawkinson is a part of Brush Prairie. They have their own school district of 3 schools. And then we've got Camas, everyone loves Camas, and Washougal, and then we barely have Mount Pleasant. That's like almost nothing. I never hear anyone talk about that. I also have on my website a link that has some more resources on it. So I have Camas boundary maps. This is just like a general of what the school districts are. And then on here I have some more in-depth ones. You should be able to find all of these if you Google hard enough. But we've got Camas's here for the individual schools. So that is very helpful. Evergreens here, I think theirs is clickable. Did a Google map. Elementary, middle, high. Yeah, there we go. Elementary boundary maps, middle school boundary maps, high school boundary maps. This is a nice map. I really appreciate whoever made this. Okay, so you can see where all the schools are located and the boundaries. It's very convenient. You can also see Vancouver's. Vancouver's is built into their website right here. Battleground. Nice. Looking good. Hawkinson. Hawkinson is linking directly to the GIS. Because if you go to Hawkinson, there's no choices. It's just one elementary, one middle, and one high school. So if you're in Hawkinson, you know what school you go to. Ridgefield doesn't have a lot of schools either, but it looks like they have their own. Yeah, because the only two schools you have to choose between are elementary, because there's 2 elementaries, 1 middle, and 1 high school. Another fun resource I have, which might not be applicable to you as consumers, but is cool to look at, is future developments. So if you're interested in new construction or what's up and coming, I have some development links here. I constantly surf these looking for new properties that might be coming up in the future for my clients. Here's Camas's permit site. Keep in mind people put in permits for other things besides just new homes, so there is a mix. Looks like it's loading. There we go. So these little blue dots that pop up, those are the permits. This is for David Weekley Homes, actually. That's new construction right there. So you can see that the permit came up. I was checking this out the other day, and Green Mountain is this big development up north of Clackamas Lake, and one of my favorite builders, Pacific Lifestyle. Looks like we'll be building right here in this plot of land, which is exciting. And that hasn't been announced yet. I just found it on here. So that's gonna be coming out like a year from now. So yeah, Camas, that's what Camas's looks like. North Shore Development is something happening in Camas. They are developing the entire North Shore of Clackamas Lake into many different things. So you can read about that here. Vancouver building projects, Washougal, Ridgefield, all the things. So hop onto my website to get those links. Anyways, if you don't use anything else, try going on the Clark County Geographical Information Services. There's so much to do there. You can look up subdivisions, you can look up things if you're a developer. The maps online is absolutely a gold mine for data. Property Information Center, all of that is really, really great. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to you data junkies out there. If you're looking to move to Vancouver, Camas, or Clark County, Washington, myself and my team at Dubyne Realty Group would love to be of service to you. So reach out to us, text us, email us, DM us, and we will look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.